It's nice and peaceful in here without Jenga.
Nice and quiet.
No one tapping on their microphone. I'm going to have to try and edit any of that out. No bleeps. It's so good.
No 4 beer bottles being cracked in a
Love you.
podcast.
We love you, Jenga. I'm just joking. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 18 of the Average Aussies Premier League podcast. I'm here with the big BFOS. Mate, how are you?
I'm good. What a World Cup, I think. A few days have settled, but looking back on it, just can't wait to talk about it, really.
Yeah, it was insane, wasn't it? We're a bit lonesome in here tonight, you know, Christmas spirit, like festive season. Everyone's a bit busy doing things. So we're going to run the dynamic duo and see how we go. I reckon we'll go pretty sweet, mate.
We'll do our best.
We'll do our best. We get the content out for the people. Before I start, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on the video, socials, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. We got to use Twitter more, actually. I've been trying to use it, and then I think I posted on it for the World Cup, maybe. I'm not sure. If you got Twitter, go and follow us on Twitter. The Fantasy League, the code will be in the description. It's about to kick off again, so you want to get in there.
I think it's unlimited transfers too.
Yeah.
You can change your whole team.
You don't have long, though. You've only got till Boxing Day, 11:30 p.m. So one time's shutouts before that, It's
90 minutes before.
Yeah.
So 10 p.m. Aussie time.
So get into the Fantasy League if you want to get there. We're almost at 100 subs. If you're watching this, please sub to the channel. It means so much to us. We're at 96. We're 4 away from the elusive 100. We've been hanging there for so long.
Have you got any Argentinian friends?
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Argentina, welcome. How do you do it? Like this? It's the hand angle. All right, well, let's talk about it then. Argentina have won the World Cup. Went to 3-3, went to penalties.
It was a special game, a special final. I think anyone just wants goals, right? In a final, you don't want a 1-0 with a penalty. You want goals. You want both teams to have that elation. And the best players scored.
Yeah,
I think
they were. It was literally Messi versus Mbappe, which was insane. I feel like France were kind of dead in the water for the first 60 minutes. There was nothing doing. They didn't turn up. Yeah, it was nothing doing. And Argentina, I think, went into cruise control. I think they might have thought they had it won, and then a bit of Mbappe brilliance. That goal he scored on the volley.
Yep.
That was insane. I don't know if you've seen Peter Crouch on Instagram. He put it up and he was like, that goal was really good, Mbappe, but I've been doing that since 2006. And it's literally the exact same goal. He's like, his body shape's all the same. It was pretty cool.
Literally on a cold, rainy night in Stoke.
100%. That man could do it. Peter Crouch, what a dude. So we didn't pick Argentina at all.
No, I don't think any of the average Aussies picked Argentina.
To be honest, I don't know if anyone picked Argentina.
Well, they were so poor in that first game, losing to the Saudis.
Yeah.
And then almost getting pipped by the Aussies.
Yeah.
You thought, they can't go all the way, surely.
Nah. And that's the thing. The other thing, what was it? That's the second time that Australia has lost to a team in the round of 16. They've gone on to win the World Cup on penalties. So you need Australia in the World Cup if you want to win it. That's for sure.
They're the only two teams that we lost to at the tournament were the finalists.
Yeah. How good's that? Go Australia. I'm repping the 1984 retro jersey, mate, just for a bit of spirit.
Mbappe, hat-trick in a World Cup final.
Yes. First person to do it since, I don't know when it was. It was a long time ago. But that dude, that was pretty much a passing of the baton from Messi to Mbappe, I think. I think that was, Messi said he wants to go again. I don't know if he'll make it to another World Cup. He might make it to a Copa America.
What is he now? 37?
He's 30. No, I think he's only 35 or 36.
35. So
he's 2 years younger than Ronaldo, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. I mean, he's definitely lost a yard of pace, and he's not quite the player he was when he was in his late 20s, but he's still got it, man. We were talking today about how midfields have changed and stuff like that, and you can't have any lazy players in your team anymore, and he just defies that. He's that. Exactly. That's all he does.
He doesn't have to do any defending.
Floats around in between the lines, picks the ball up, and then creates something out of nothing, scores goals. I will say there was a lot of penalties given to him, though, or given to Argentina. I think 7 or 6 out of the 7 games or 7 out of the 8 games or whatever, they had a penalty in each one. So I don't know about that. It makes, I don't know, it just makes the whole Qatar thing, it makes me a bit sus on it because Qatar own PSG obviously, and like it's just, I don't know. I found it a bit dodgy. Let us know if you found it dodgy too. I'm not sure.
Contentious there.
Yes. Beef, I want to ask you, does this end the GOAT debate, Messi versus Ronaldo?
Definitely. I think it ended when Ronaldo signed for Manchester United. I think.
I was going to go with you. Yeah, 100%.
If he'd stayed somewhere else and didn't cause all the downfall of Manchester United, then you can't judge him on his poor performances lately. But he played all right in the World Cup, Ronaldo, but
he just, I don't know.
He didn't take his team as the star through to win the cup.
No.
So, and to do that at a similar age.
Yeah.
And every headline has been negative about Ronaldo, but it's his own doing.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, 100%. You're right. It's something about Ronaldo that like he didn't offer up. Kind of like, I guess the other thing too was for Argentina, like you listen to like the interviews and stuff like with Argentinian players, and they're all pretty much saying, "I will die for Messi. I will like give my life for him to win
that on the
World
field.
Cup." And like no one in the Portugal team is doing that for Ronaldo because there's too much of an ego in there.
Yeah, well, Ronaldo plays for Ronaldo. I think Messi plays for Argentina.
Messi plays for Argentina, and Foz made a good point. He said like this is like not the coming of age for Messi, but when he was playing the other few World Cups, he left Argentina when he was like 11 or 12, I'm pretty sure. And he went to Spain. He's pretty much like a Spanish kid coming back to play for Argentina, but you could see what it meant for him. And the comparison side-by-side shots of Diego Maradona on the shoulders of the players and Messi, so good. Messi now has the most liked picture on Instagram. He's taken over the egg.
Wow.
Yeah, the World Cup. The egg is gone. The egg is out. But yeah, I would agree. I would say Messi didn't need that World Cup to be the greatest of all time.
No.
I don't think so.
I think it was so close, and we've been so spoiled as football lovers for the last decade watching them just go from Ballon d'Or to Ballon d'Or. They just swap 100%. It. But now his legacy it's going to be etched in football history forever. 100%. That World Cup final.
Yeah, that was massive for him. I think there's people out there that will argue that he isn't the greatest of all time, but I don't think you can argue with like what he's won, what he's done with his teams, with his country. Like the only thing he hasn't done is probably really tested himself. Whereas I'll give Ronaldo that he's gone from league to league, not played in shit teams, but like tried himself out all over the world. So.
And I think Ronaldo does that so it can increase the perspective of Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like he does that so people go, oh, you did go back to Man U and win the title.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't go there for Man U.
Imagine if Ronaldo went back and won the title at Man United. Yeah. Then it'd be like, hang on a second, maybe Ronaldo is the greatest of all time. I just think Ronaldo, I've said it before, Nudo's not here to really let us know what he thinks, but Ronaldo is an athlete, a pure athlete who shows what hard work can do. If you work hard every day, first to training, last to leave, like it'll get you places. It'll get you to be the best in the world. Practice makes perfect. Yeah. But Messi, I think, was born with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Born with a vision, born with all that stuff. And
he seems to be a team player.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
And he doesn't have the epic ego that comes along with it.
Exactly. So if the Ronaldo-Messi debate, Ronaldo edged forward, he would have made it about himself.
Yeah.
But Messi edged forward because he's won the World Cup for his country.
Yeah, 100%. So Argentina, reigning World Cup champions now.
Back in South America. First time since 2002, Brazil win it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think it's been Europe for 20 years.
Absolute scenes in Buenos Aires.
Oh, yeah.
I think there was 4 million people on the streets of Buenos Aires. I think it's got a population of like 8 million or 12 million or something like that.
It's a religion over there.
Yeah. Some of the scenes they have of the drone footage and stuff is absolutely insane.
It's good. It's a win for football.
Oh, 100%.
Argentina winning.
Very, very true. I expected more from France. I don't think they gave their best showing in that game. A lot of weird, like Giroud not coming on. I don't know. Like
he started. He got taken off at half time.
That's right. Yeah. Chucked a tantrum when he got taken off, I'm pretty sure, threw his Powerade bottle at the ground.
Yeah. Well, you were expecting them to. Were they favourites? They would have been.
I don't think they were, eh?
They weren't?
I don't think so. I think after, once Argentina made it, I think they firmed into favourites, maybe just. I could be wrong on that. We don't have TAB over here, Django, to let us know if that was right or wrong. But
it took Mbappe brilliance, scoring 2 in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the penalty shootout, it just looked like Argentina had won it.
Well, yeah.
And Lloris's confidence was nowhere. Martinez's confidence was
as much as I don't like the guy, Martinez, I think you're a bit of a loser, but you're a fucking good goalkeeper.
Him and Messi,
great shot stopper too.
To win that cup.
As soon as he goes to penalties, like Martinez, like he's done it for Arsenal before, like save some. Actually, let's talk about the save he made before that. Massively crucial save in extra time. I'm pretty sure it was. That was insane. Made himself massive to stop that ball. That was crazy. But have you seen this, like the thing going around? He's carrying like a baby doll with Mbappe's head on it.
Yeah, that.
And then like in the change rooms, he asked like a minute's silence for Mbappe and shit like that. And I'm just like,
he's
why,
not all
mate?
there. I don't think.
Yeah, like
he's that act that he did with the glove.
Yeah,
like, put it in front of himself and like humped it. It's
yeah,
like, you've just won the World Cup.
Exactly right. Like
no one needs for you to.
Apparently, he did that because he was upset that the French fans were booing him. So he was doing it to the French fans. It's like, mate, you've just won the World Cup. Like, let it go.
Yeah. As if they wouldn't boo him. You see him in the penalty shootout.
Yeah, dancing and like stuff. Like, and that's my thing. Like he's done it with Arsenal. He just like refuses to let go. And that's what I just can't accept that. Sorry, mate. I'm not about it. But
Messi's just been the premium professional.
Oh, absolutely.
It
yeah.
Just smiles. Yeah. Nothing outrageous.
Taking photos except for with Salt Bay. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Salt Bay was on the field. Somehow Salt Bay got on the field. And he's taking photos, like some of the Instagram shit I've seen, it's so awkward because none of them want to have photos. And he's doing like the salt thing on the trophy. He's in like a lot of trouble because he grabbed the trophy or someone. He was holding the trophy. And I don't think you're supposed to unless you've won the World Cup. So he was holding it
Is he Argentinian, Salt Bay?
No, I'm pretty sure he's like Turkish. I don't know how the fuck he got on there. Like he obviously just has heaps of money and just like, I'll pay to go on there. But yeah, that was just weird. Messi pied him like 2 times, and then the third time was like, all right, one quick photo and got one. But yeah, crazy scenes. Great for football. Argentina winning, Messi winning, greatest of all time. Now let's come back to home soil. Bit of controversy going on last weekend in the A-League. We just had the podcast before and we were
positive.
Oh,
happy.
Positive, massive.
Vibes were just Australia, what's next?
Exactly right.
Let's ride this wave.
Socceroos had taken Australian football to the next level. And then we have the Melbourne Derby where I get the protest. I understand the protest.
Yeah.
But my thing, right, is you're protesting that they're taking that Sydney are now going to have the grand final for the next 3 years, right? I understand the protest, but like they've paid for that to Football Australia. Like it's money going into Football Australia to buy that. Like if Melbourne bought it for 3 years, no one would like, you wouldn't see Sydney FC fans like kicking up a stink. It'd be like, that sucks, but like whatever, make a road trip out of it.
Yeah,
if you make it.
It's a tough one. I think they could have done it a lot better. They could have made all of the chairmen of the teams, the A-League teams, aware. Because did you see all the media releases coming out? Oh, I didn't know.
No one knew.
So it just makes it seem like it's a fucking shambles.
Yeah, and it makes it seem shady too. Like
the opposite of what we need after that World Cup.
Yep.
Unified front. What can we do to enhance the A-League and get all of these Euro snobs, as we're called, just to watch Premier League, but also watch A-League? And they just, a few fucking scum Melbourne Victory fans that run on there and think violence is cool.
Look, I think it was Tommy Glover. Is that the name of the
Tom Glover? Yeah,
the keeper. Obviously, throwing flares back into the crowd is never a good idea. But at the same time, does not warrant, you want to throw flares at him, like it doesn't warrant you to invade a pitch. Like
and there's one keeper throwing one flare to 30 grown men running at the keeper and the ref.
Storm the field, throw a bucket at old mate's head, squared him. Like as much as it's shit to talk about, like I don't know, that would have been like, you know when you throw something at someone and you don't expect, like you say you throw a rock at someone, you're like, this isn't going to hit him, and it goes straight for the head, stongs him. I reckon that's what old mate's done.
Would have felt,
hopefully he gets a life ban and never steps foot in any football stadium in Australia again. Hats off to the ref for trying to protect him, but he got bombarded too. just ugly scenes. Like that's the kind of, I was saying to Beef before, that's the kind of stuff you see in like Colombian 4th division football, like with like just gang riots and stuff like that. Like there's no place for it. And it's given the media who in this country are all about NRL, AFL. Mm-hmm. That's all it is here. And they're all them, like the Buzz Rothfields and whatnot, are licking their lips, being like, look at these idiots, just like throwing their sport down the gurgler, front page of the newspaper the next day.
That's
like
right. And
headlines
you
everywhere.
Can't defend it.
No, you
it's
can't.
It's literally soccer hooligans storm field and assault player.
And then there's the articles, at least we'll never have to worry about this in the NRL. And it's like, yeah, all right, you might not, but you have to worry about them like players bashing women or, taking drugs in the off season, doing ridiculous shit. Like, yeah, you might not have players storm the field and attack anyone, but like, don't act like AFL and NRL are like these godly sports that, are reserved for the best humans in the world. They're not. That's a small group, a minority of people that has now tarnished an entire league. That's
right. It's the timing of it. It's the code wars will never help in Australia.
No.
Like soccer versus league versus AFL. And it's the timing. Like an amazing World Cup, our best ever, our rankings shot up. How are we going to go into this
How are we going to progress
season
football forward in Australia?
And now hopefully it's just a blemish and people don't talk about it for much longer.
Well, that's it, yeah. But it has to be spoken about because it's like dog shit. But
I honestly, I don't mind. I didn't mind the previous model where the winner plays it.
Yeah.
I think that was cool.
It's a fine,
final getting played at Central Coast.
Yeah. Look, it should be like a major city, I reckon. It either has to be a major city, whether it's Sydney or Melbourne, I think should host it purely for capacity, money, all that revenue. I probably wouldn't agree that or Suncorp even, like for Brisbane Roar or something like that. You probably couldn't host a grand final at Central Coast. I don't think that's a great idea for the A-League. So
who are they aiming for? Moving it to Sydney to get the on-the-fence fans, right? But it's just going to be fucking corporate boxes filled with rich people.
I honestly think it was just a ploy for money. Like, obviously, they want money.
Well, they need money, right? We're not naive to think that you don't need money. But it's just the way it happened, the lack of clarity, lack of transparency just makes soccer look fucking amateur.
And now it's like, what's next for the A-League? Like, they got to come out this weekend and start again. Like, and there was peaceful protests. We also should make mention, there was plenty of peaceful protests in the other games where players walked out. I think the Western Sydney game, I don't think anyone even walked out. Like, obviously, because they're not going to protest because of
it's at Sydney.
Yeah, the grand final's there. But yeah, it's just now especially the Melbourne teams, they're in like a bit of strife. It's going to take a lot for them to recoup a reputation, if that makes sense.
And Victory have always kind of had that reputation.
Yeah, well, I've read heaps of things that their supporter base is like based around. There's a small minority in their supporters that have always been scumbags, and Melbourne Victory haven't done anything to rub them out.
Yep.
They've let it go to fester on for so long, and this is what it's culminated in. So that just goes to show it takes initiative from your club. The club is the first port of call. Like, that's who needs to answer first. And Melbourne Victory should be working tirelessly to find those individuals for sure. I haven't heard anything about what's gone on with them, but who knows? So, yeah, that's not great for the A-League, but, I mean, hopefully onwards and upwards for them. All right. Let's go into a bit of Premier League. Let's get back to normal.
Back, baby.
I know. It feels like it's been forever, man.
It's lucky it was a good World Cup and the Aussies progressed pretty far, because otherwise we'd be bored.
But you've been saying for the past 3 days how moist you are for the Premier League to come back, and
just the thought of it.
I can't wait. I got my finally got my black Arsenal jersey the away. Oh,
it is nice.
They've been sold out everywhere. Shout out to Eden for getting me for that, for Chris Kringle. Premier League injuries. I know you were just jotting down a few that I didn't even realise you guys are.
It's not too bad. Richarlison could be bad. He's gone in for a scan for a hamstring. He went off with 10 minutes or so to remain in Brazil's last game.
He hasn't been starting for you guys, though, has he?
But after that showing, actually, you know what? He wouldn't start. No. Not in front of Kane, Sonny, and Kulusevski. They're fucking guns. But yeah, Richarlison hamstring scan yesterday, I think. So next potty I'll know more. But hopefully he's good because what a World Cup he had.
He did, didn't he?
The thought of Spurs having Brazil's starting number 9 on their bench fills me with a lot of hope.
Yeah.
For the rest of this season and upcoming seasons. It's good.
Yeah.
We've got 4 really world-class attackers.
Yeah.
The other one's Rodrigo Bentancur, hopefully back on January 2nd.
He only just come back, did he not? Was he out injured for a bit? Who was the other one?
Kulusevski.
Kulusevski, that's right.
So he's back, but yeah, Bentancur plays for Uruguay and he's injured, but they reckon he might be back on January 2nd, so he's just going to miss the game on the weekend against Brentford.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm excited. Fuck. Miss watching Spurs so much.
Yeah, well, we'll get into the previews after we talk about this a bit. You got no transfer?
No.
Nothing, no smoke?
Brian Hill wants to leave, apparently. Doesn't start.
On a loan or?
Nah, he wants to play.
Yeah, so right. Yeah, I mean, does he want to be loaned or does he want to just go?
He wants to go, I think. Saw an article yesterday. Don't blame him because we don't really have much room for an attacking number 10 like him.
Well, you don't play with one?
We don't play with one.
Yeah.
Unless he's got the pace and the one-on-one duels. He's not going to play on the wing.
Yep.
So it sucks, but because you need that depth. You want those players,
you need those players to stay.
Young players to stay, but don't
especially the young ones too.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was a Barca junior or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was pretty highly
He's
touted.
good.
Yeah.
He just doesn't play. He plays in cup games.
He's playing.
That's all right.
He probably wants to. I'd say he probably wants to leave because of the style you're playing too.
Yeah,
because obviously he was signed not under Conte, so it's like I don't fit in this system at all.
Yep.
I'm never going to fit. So can I go?
Exactly.
So you'd probably be a good shout to say he will go.
Yeah.
You're missing one injury though.
Who?
To Harry Kane's penalty record.
He'll be fine. I think I said this last time. He's that professional that he'll be able to.
Can he do a Bukayo Saka? That's the question.
What's
and
that?
Just sweep it on the rug
Definitely.
and just
he's proved
go
that
forward.
year on year. He had a really shit Champions League final. Then the next year he came back round 1 fine. I think captain, super professional, scores 20 every year. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how those English players go because they've had like a fairly decent break now to come back.
Yeah.
So a lot of the English players in the Premier League. For us, we've got, I've mentioned it last podcast, Gabriel Jesus out. He had surgery probably 2 weeks ago now. As soon as the World Cup, he was out of the World Cup. He was in for surgery. They're saying that his injury is tracking really well and he could be back mid-February, which is a massive in if he can because I said it before, I love Eddie Nketiah, but I don't think he is it. But in saying that, we've got Emil Smith-Rowe who's back from injury, now training again.
He'd push to the right or left, wouldn't he? Or did he play behind?
He would push to the right or left, which gives you room to then maybe move Martinelli into the middle as a centre forward. I don't think Eddie's obviously not going to be able to play every game down the middle, so we'll see what goes on there. But we've got transfer rumours coming from, I don't know how to say his name, it's Murdic or something like that, from Shakhtar. He's a winger, out-and-out winger, which we need. He wouldn't start over either of our 2 wingers, so it'd be interesting to see if we're willing to pay, I'm going to say, the 70 mil price tag that Shakhtar are asking for him, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure I read the other day that, I don't know if it was Brentford or one of those teams tried to sign him last transfer window for 25 million.
What nationality is he?
He's Ukrainian.
Is he young?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
So they tried to sign him for 25 million last transfer window. I'm pretty sure it was. He's gone on to play really well for Shakhtar, dominating the Ukrainian league, which I don't think is a massive thing. But Shakhtar are now asking, I think Shakhtar at one point were asking 100 mil, and it's just like, come on. They're like, well, he's just as good as Grealish and whatnot. And
is he right or left-footed?
I'm not sure. I think he plays on the left. Could be completely wrong. I don't know, but
so maybe if Martinelli
I think actually he might be on the right because I think he might be back up for Bukayo because at the moment if Bukayo gets injured, we don't have anyone.
Okay.
So,
well, I guess that's one of the things about when you win in the league, you can spend 70 mil on a backup player.
We kind of need to if you want to win the league, but.
It's not what it used to be, 70 mil, but it's still a lot.
No, it is a lot. You're right. I did read a good listen to a good point on the Askcast the other day. They were saying because Jesus is injured now, do we change course of what our transfer plans were? I don't think we do. I think we stick to the course. We want a winger and we want a defending, like holding midfielder. Mm-hmm. They were talking about João Felix from Atletico, which would be insane. Like if we sign, like I would love that signing. It'd be crazy. But do we want to do that? Or if Jesus is going to be back in February, I think we'd be fine. We just hold out unless they got the cash and they want to burn it. Then go right ahead, Cronkies. Go right ahead. Be my guest. So, yeah, that's our transfer news. I don't think there's much else that I know about. The only other thing is where's Ronaldo going to go? I don't know. He's now out of contract at United. So
yeah, well, he's gone, right, from United.
Yeah, he's gone.
They dished him. Yeah.
So I'm not sure. There was talk he was going to Saudi Arabia. He come out. They've said yes, we've signed him. He said no, you haven't. So who the fuck knows what's going on there? I think he'll end up at Miami or something like that. I think he still wants to play Champions League. I don't think you're going to find a team, Cristiano. I just don't think you are.
No, I don't think we're going to be talking much about him at the second end of the year.
Not in the Premier League. No. He'll be gone. All right, well, we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back and preview the Boxing Day games. How exciting. Oh, Boxing Day fixtures are so good. So much sport on Boxing Day.
I know.
All right, we'll come back after this. All right, let's get into it. Oh, so excited. As we said, Boxing Day fixtures. Boxing Day is probably up there with my favourite day of the year.
It's got to be. It's got to be. You got the cricket on, Test cricket.
Yeah,
if it's sunny.
Sunny, if you're lucky enough to have a pool, which we'll both be able to. We don't have pools, our parents do, because we're that generation where our parents have everything.
I got a shell pool from Bunnings.
Yeah, I got two actually. Oh. They're both for my dog.
No, you're right. It's prime Aussie.
Yeah. Sun's out,
seriously.
Gleaming. Feel sorry for all you poms because you don't get to experience the leftover ham and stuff like that, making big old sandwiches. And to top it all off, we got a bit of Premier League action.
We back, baby.
All right, Beef. You're kicking us off to 26th of the 12th, 11:30 p.m. Brentford versus Tottenham. Tell us, what have we got in store, Beef?
Mate, we've got a powerhouse performance by the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. No, we're going to be fired up, I reckon. Conte's sitting there for 2 months. There's so much energy. Imagine what he's doing. He's been running around. Yeah. He's been firing the boys up.
100%.
It's so good when your team gets the early Saturday night game.
Oh, yeah.
Just the whole week.
Early
is just
Saturday
excitement.
night, Boxing Day. Oh, that's dreams right there.
Well, it's not Saturday this week. What is it?
It'll be Monday. Is Christmas on Sunday?
Yeah. So it's Monday night.
But who cares because we're on fucking holidays.
Every day's a Saturday. Yeah. I'm expecting Kulusevski to have an absolute blinder. He's going to be back now. Sweden didn't make the World Cup, so he would have had a couple of months to get primed. All our players had a really good showing, which makes a difference, I think.
Yeah,
coming back confident.
Very true.
Brentford wouldn't have had anyone.
No.
So we had, I don't know how many, we had 5 or so. They all played really well. Kane had a good tournament until that penalty miss.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, especially with Kane missing that penalty and whatnot, I think he'll be out to show people it's not going to affect me, which could be scary for Brentford. Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, Hugo Lloris, he'll be fine.
Well, yeah.
His confidence will be down, but he's not a penalty stopper. I know it's a big call, but I would have subbed on whoever their backup. I would have, man. I reckon I can count on one finger the amount of penalty shootouts I've seen Lloris do in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
I can't think of any.
Yeah, he's not really a shot stopper.
No. He's not a big presence in goal.
To be honest, unpopular opinion, I think it might be time for Hugo Lloris maybe to move on from Tottenham. What do you think?
I think the captaincy needs to move to Harry, but
you did say that, yeah.
I hate to grass is greener type thing. Get rid of World Cup finalist.
Yeah.
Get some flop.
Yeah.
That lets in goals. So he's had a good season.
And I guess if he can still command your defence and he's obviously that presence. So
he had a great
and he's
tournament.
A leader. He's a massive leader in your dressing room. So
France captain,
yeah.
Yeah, putting aside his age and his poor showing in the shootout, I think if you got rid of a World Cup finalist captain, you'd probably be looking back and going, why the fuck did we do that?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, really excited. I'll be up, of course.
Into it.
Hopefully a big win to get us back in because we're 4th. We've lost to every top 6 side we played.
Yep.
So when we push through to meet our next top 6 team, we need to be in good form.
Flying, yeah, 100%. You know, it'll be interesting to see. I'm back in, give us a score. I'm back in 3-0 Tottenham.
Yeah.
I know, I can't believe I'm saying that because I don't want it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I reckon.
I think Harry Kane's out for a fucking big one.
I'm going to say 3-1.
Even Sonny. I think Sonny will be out
Sonny's
there too.
face should be... I don't even know when he's going to get the mask off, but he was a shadow of himself in that World Cup.
Yeah, he didn't. I think he'll be another one out to prove a point, being like, I'm still here.
Yep.
Just want to hope that hangover just doesn't carry on into that game because...
Exactly, because I want... Hurts me to say it, but I want Arsenal to stay with City for as long as possible and Tottenham to be up there.
Yep.
Because if City break away again, it's just like, fuck.
Yep. Yeah.
So massive start here. Come on, boys.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like full restart of the season.
It is.
Like it's pretty much like
It's
game
opening
one
day.
again. Yeah, 100%.
Do you come out and win 4-0 against Brentford?
Yeah.
Or do you...
Come out and scrape
Fuck
like
out.
a 1-0 or like a draw or... Yeah, you don't want that.
Nope.
Crystal Palace, Fulham. Crystal Palace at home. Can't remember if they lost or won their last game, but going on whatever Crystal Palace did in their last game,
Yep.
it's going to be the opposite. I think that form's going to continue through to the restart of the season. Project Restart, if we will. Fulham
are coming 9th. Just to refresher for everyone, Fulham are 9th and Palace are 11th.
Yeah, okay.
So good match.
Good match. Fulham had, what's his fucking name?
Mitrovic,
yeah, for Serbia. Didn't do that great.
No, he looks like old Mitrovic of a few years ago where he looks overweight, he looks trudging around at the top of the
He
field.
does, doesn't he? Yeah, he's kind of gone back to that
He did
like
for Serbia.
original Premier League form too. Like he's kind of fell off the bench. He started red hot and he's just kind of fallen off a bit. So, Crystal Palace at home, got to back them all day.
Yep,
Start of the
agreed.
season, home fans back up for a Boxing Day fixture. It'll be going off at Selhurst Park.
Do you want to jump to your one? Then we'll go back up to the...
Or if you want,
We could go through
I reckon
these.
we'll go through these and then we'll have a bit of content midway through and then keep going. What do you reckon?
Well, this next one, I just want to...
I was going to say.
Cellar dwellers.
There's
Fuck
no
me,
Nudo here to tell you it's Premier League football, mate. Anything can happen.
17th versus 20th. We've got Everton versus Wolverhampton.
Dour affair. As our good friend of the show, Andrew Craig, said, Everton needed 10, a 9, a defender.
defenders.
Yeah.
New coach.
New coach. It's all a
New
bit
stadium.
I think they're getting that. That's probably the only thing on the wish list they're getting is a new stadium.
They could come back with a big win, Everton, and people would forget what a shocking start they've had.
True. If they want to wipe, because that's the thing, right? If you started the season shit, now is your chance to wipe that. If you start red hot and win your first like 2 or 3 games, people will forget what happened.
Definitely.
6 weeks ago.
They're 17th. They could go up to
It's tight down there, isn't it?
14th or so. Yeah, 14th.
To be honest, I can't really pick that game because Wolves,
They've been dreadful, man.
Yeah.
They're on
Portugal
10,
shit.
10 points.
Wolves are shit.
They're last. So I reckon Everton.
You reckon Everton?
1-0 own goal.
1-0 own goal. I like that. That's a good
They don't have a
shout.
9.
Good shout.
Calvert-Lewin's back, I think.
He is, but I think he's only recently back from injury. Still hasn't played fuck all games.
Thoughts and prayers to all you Everton fans out there.
Rough times. Leicester, Newcastle.
Cracker. Leicester have come back strong. They were absolutely last.
Maddo gone to the World Cup and sat on the bench the entire fucking time.
Southgate could have played a couple of them late in the group stage.
Maddo could have unlocked a few games for them. Just need that one play with that little bit of spark that can send Bukayo or whoever.
Yeah. Looking back, he should have played.
Like Jude Bellingham made an absolute shout for himself. Like he's going to be a fucking superstar.
Yeah. If Liverpool want him, they're going to pay massive overs.
Oh, massive. If they get him, bit scary though. That's up there with like a Haaland signing, I think. Jude
he
Bellingham.
was huge.
He was crazy, wasn't
he's
he?
only 20?
Yeah, he was just dominating games. Imagine putting him in that Liverpool's engine, just going like,
Dude.
all right, have at it, son. How are you going to go there? Anyway, back to Leicester, Newcastle. Newcastle were flying before the season finished, absolutely flying. They're in 3rd, yes?
Yep.
They're in 3rd. Leicester are still dwelling, aren't they?
No. They're on 13th now. Leicester won their last 2.
Yep.
I think they were last
They were last for a while, yeah.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 podcasts ago. Now they're 13th.
So they're on the way up.
Yeah.
As Brendan Rodgers trying to turn that ship around, it's going to be hard. I think it's hard now because you finally get a grip on it, get your team playing, then everything stops.
Yeah.
You got players going away. You get some of your crucial players like Matto going away. Like now he's got to integrate him back in, get it all moving again. Coming up against Newcastle, who I don't think they had Kieran Trippier maybe.
Yeah.
In the Nick Pope,
And Bruno Guimaraes.
yeah. Who's it? Wait. Yeah, he plays for Brazil, doesn't he? And they had Nick Pope. He went away with England too.
Okay. Yeah. But the biggest losers of that World Cup are Arsenal, Newcastle, Leicester, because they were all
flying,
unstoppable for the last month of the Prem.
Yeah, agree. I still back Newcastle to come out and just. I want to say wallop, but I've got massive tickets on Newcastle. I really do. And if they come out and like perform in this game, I think it'll just solidify to me that these guys are not fucking around, unfortunately.
City and Arsenal do have a game in hand.
Yeah,
which
we do.
Is a big thing.
Yeah, we do. But it's against each other. That's the game in hand we have. It's the game against City, which is now scheduled for February, I think. Which
it's a 6-pointer, really.
Jesus, yeah, it is for sure. Jesus will hopefully be back for Southampton, Brighton, Alexis McAllister. Let's fuck.
What a fucking showing he was.
He was sensational, wasn't he?
He was kind of known at Brighton just because of his bit of a strange name.
I knew him for the name, yeah. He's Irish Argentinian.
I think he started most of the matches.
Every game, I'm pretty sure. Or he'd come on, at least, I'm pretty sure. In
a strong attack.
In a strong team, yeah. I didn't realise kind of how stacked Argentina were up until that World Cup, but yeah, crazy to think that Argentina had a Brighton midfielder and an Aston Villa goalkeeper and won the World Cup. That's insane.
I forgot to mention too, Cutie Romero, World Cup winner. Oh, that's massive for Spurs.
Can't believe he didn't start, actually.
He did.
Did he start He started the final?
Yeah, he did. He played the whole final.
Okay, sorry.
But it's massive to have a young
World Cup
winner that's recently
coming back
signed.
Into the squad, yeah.
Awesome.
I think Brighton, Southampton were trash before the break in the season. I think they'll be trash after it.
They're second last.
Still backing Southampton to go down.
Yep.
I'm going Brighton on this one.
Brighton are 7th. They're above Chelsea.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, we'll get to Chelsea. Chelsea got a bit of work to do. Aston Villa, Liverpool. Liverpool still struggling injury-wise. I think we don't have the two diehards here to correct us, but
they won their last 2 before the break.
I think they'll beat Aston Villa. Aston Villa have just recently changed their manager to Unai Emery, but you never know with Unai. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Good match. Is that at a watchable time? I'll watch that.
I'm pretty sure when he was in charge of Arsenal though against Liverpool, we got trounced most times. So if you're an Aston Villa fan, don't get your hopes up too much. But Liverpool haven't been crash hot, but I still think they'll get the job done. They need to. They 100% need to if they want to make Champions League football. This has to be a full-on reset, full go again, start from scratch, go back to their old ways.
Did Darwin Núñez start every game for Uruguay?
I think so, yeah. I think so. Not that they did very well. They were pretty rubbish, but...
Salah needs to go back to...
Salah needs to hopefully have found some form in the off-season, get a bit of a rest and
I'll be bringing him in if I haven't got him in my fantasy.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll back Liverpool there. What do you reckon?
No. I don't think so. I think the pressure's going to get him.
The good evening. Draw. I think the good evening could come to strike at home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Because unless Salah and Núñez fire, which is pressure on them too.
Yeah.
If they don't.
Absolutely.
Emery will be so confident.
Yeah. Well, he'll definitely have some sort of game plan. Not sure what it will be.
They won their last 2 before the break.
Yeah, okay.
So both of them.
So they're up for it. Good game, I reckon. Good game.
Cracker.
But we'll get to the biggest game of the round, Arsenal West Ham. Unfortunately,
Probably is, to be fair.
Yeah, well,
there's no matchups.
No, there's not really. There's no like huge clashes, which is kind of disappointing. Would be sick to come back with an absolute corker, but no doubt there will be some corkers in that.
Oh, yeah.
In this round. Arsenal West Ham. We're lucky in Australia. We get it at 7 a.m., which is an absolute. If you don't have the 11:30 slot, you want the 7 a.m. slot. Yep. The 27th, the day after Boxing Day. Get up, have a cup of tea, get my iPad out. I'll be sitting around the pool watching it. Like. I'm telling you, your palms.
It's going to be 32 degrees.
Oh, you just don't understand it, how good it is. And then I might go fishing when we win. Anyway, Arsenal, West Ham, Eddie Nketiah leading the line. He has stepped up when we've needed him to step up before. Now's his chance. He needs to take this chance with two hands and make it count. We'll have Saka will be in the team. Will have had a 2-week break. Erdegaard's been training the house down. I've been watching their training camps in Dubai. It's been unreal. Ben White back in the team. So
he's all right?
Yeah, so he had a bust up with the assistant manager because they weren't playing him for some fucking reason. They just wouldn't play him. Rumour has it, I don't know how true this is, that he had a shot on goal when they were doing a training exercise, and he had a shot, and the assistant manager blew him up because that's not how he was supposed to play. And apparently that's where it stemmed from. Could be absolute codswallop. Don't actually know, but he's back at Arsenal where we love and appreciate Ben White. I think he's one of our best players this season, easily. Thomas Partey back. Everyone's rested. Everyone should be sweet. Hopefully there's no niggling injuries around. Bit of time. West Ham, not great.
No. It could be a big opportunity for Nketiah because you think about that Portuguese game in the World Cup where they dropped Ronaldo.
Yeah.
An old mate came on fully fired up and scored a hattie, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Nketiah will be feeling the same. Your team's winning the league. Your number 9 starter pick's injured for at least 2 months, so you're going to get a lot of game time. And he could be what you need.
This is what he was kept in the team for. He was kept in the team in case we needed him. Like, we need him for a substitute, but we also will need him in these kinds of situations where someone's injured.
And he's got to stand up.
He has to, because if he doesn't, unfortunately, I think he will get shafted, and I think Martinelli will go down the middle. If he doesn't make it count, and the biggest thing with him is he's got to work. If he's going to replace Jesus, obviously he's not going to replace him like for like as a player, but he needs to replace that work rate, that energy, everything that Jesus brings. He should be talking to him, asking him questions, and use it. That's what I would be doing if I was him. Use it. Don't be like, I'm too good, I know what I need to do.
And the team need him, right? Because if you draw Martinelli away from that left attacking, it's not just you're trying to fill the 9, but you lose Martinelli on the left.
Yeah, right? Very true there, 100%.
And running it a right back is very different than running it a centre back. Centre backs can make stronger tackles. They've got a little bit more license to be strong. Where a left back, Martinelli loves to take a player on, whereas playing down the middle, you're not usually taking players on. You're finding space. You're going between the lines. You're trying to deceive, which Martinelli can do. Eddie can do it too. He's very good at getting in the right place at the right time. That's the type of striker he is. Now, he just needs to make it count because we can't have him fucking up now. And no doubt we will lose some games. There's going to be some time. We're going to lose some games in the next few rounds, I think. I don't think we'll be able to keep this perfect record going. But West Ham, we have to start with a bang. 2-0 minimum at home, Boxing Day, late game. Everyone will have been on the sauce in England, just getting fucking merry, jolly that time of the year. Let's go. We're up for it. Let's hammer the hammers. What do we reckon? Agreed. 2 or 3-0.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
West Ham have been, what are they coming?
West Ham are
16th.
Fucking past
Moisey. Happened, man?
Moisey's in trouble.
They've lost 3 in a row too. Moisey's gone.
Moisey's in trouble. Moisey's in big trouble. Chelsea, Bournemouth. Speaking of being in trouble, Chelsea.
Oh my heavens! Let's have a look at them.
Chelsea.
8th.
Chelsea.
They've lost their last 3. They're on 21 points.
Yeah, okay. They're not doing great. Graham Potter has got a lot of work to do with that Chelsea side to make it his own. That's for sure. I seen a good tweet the other day. It was that performance from Alexis McAllister has $80 million move to Chelsea's bench written all over it, which I couldn't agree with
more.
more.
It's so true. I watched a highlight yesterday of Grealish at Villa.
Oh, I'm like, the player that he was?
For the Premier League, that was, man.
100%, mate.
We
100%.
loved watching him at Villa. He used to tear the house down. Now, what does he come on and do? 10 minutes worth
at
of
Villa,
jogging.
his job was get the ball, dribble, beat someone, make something. Now, all you do at City is get the ball pass, It's a very
Massive loss for the Premier League, that was.
very rare that players really take someone on in that City side, I find. I think it's more about being in the right space, creating the space, passing to the right people, getting the ball in.
Yep.
Bit of brilliance here and there.
For Chelsea, 5 of their players, I believe, or 4 scored at the World Cup. So that will help.
Yeah, okay.
It might give them a bit of confidence. They need it.
Yeah, well, who'd they have? They had Pulisic. They had... Who else was
Havertz.
there? Havertz had a great showing. I'm pretty sure he scored 2 in one of their warm-up games the other day, or a hat-trick or something. He fucking had a great showing.
I don't know who other attackers scored for them,
Who's the guy that plays for Morocco?
but Ziyech.
He
had a cracker.
had a blinder.
He'll be starting when he gets back from that.
Can he take it from the World Cup back to Chelsea, though? Because, good Lord, they need it. They need
I think
that.
perhaps Koulibaly.
Yeah. Chelsea, Bournemouth. I'm going to go Chelsea here at home. Bournemouth, not great.
Let's check in on Bournemouth. Bournemouth are coming in 14th, and their form is they won 1.
Yeah, okay.
Won the last game.
Yeah,
that's
they
their
weren't.
form.
Bournemouth haven't been too bad. They kind of rounded out that end of that little bit of the season pretty well, considering they sacked their manager and whatnot.
Yep.
But yeah, Chelsea need to start turning around. Start, as we said, massive reset right now. It's pretty much game 1. You need to win it. Need to move forward. Graham Potter, pull your fucking socks up. Stop getting fancy haircuts and whatnot, and start coaching your fucking team. I'll go Chelsea 1-0 against Bournemouth. Apparently, that's the other thing. Their other striker, I forget what his name is.
Bournemouth.
No, Chelsea. He's actually not bad. Brozier.
Yeah.
He's injured, which is a massive out for them, because I thought he was quite good when he come on against us. Looked good.
I reckon Chelsea 2-0 Ziyech double.
Ziyech double. Oof. Okay. I like it. I like the bold predictions.
Yeah, mate. Gotta get him in there.
Manchester United, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, I'm pretty sure, made a signing just before the World Cup started. I forget. They're a pretty well-known signing. I forget who it was. Fucking...
What's that, 24 now?
Yeah, something like that. Ridiculous. Anyone to think they're playing Champions League.
Man U finished decently. They're coming 5th.
Man U started to turn around. I think Ten Hag's finally getting a hold on that team. He now no longer has any worries or issues with Cristiano Ronaldo. They finally cut that cord.
What a weight that will be off for all the players
What
too.
a waste of the start of the season too.
Oh.
I feel like if Ronaldo wasn't there, kind of things go a bit smoother. Ten Hag fully gets his grip on the team. There's no back chat, no one talking shit, none of that. I feel like Manchester United kind of wasted however many rounds, 13 rounds or whatever, 14.
United fans would be so happy to wipe their hands clean and just be like, okay, now
it would be like one of those. It would be like one of those sad, we needed it, but that's sad to do kind of thing. Because obviously he's a legend there, but he really tarnished his reputation with Man U. But thankfully, especially Nudo, thankfully for Nudo, he will no longer have to talk about him. We'll probably talk about him a little bit.
Depends where he goes. Imagine if he goes to Chelsea.
That'd be sick. That'd be funny as. Manchester United, I think, will keep going. Old Trafford at home. Nottingham Forest, not crash hot. I reckon they're going back down.
Yep. 3-0, I'm saying United.
3-0. I'm going to give Nottingham Forest a goal and go 2-1. Going to make it a bit shaky towards the end. Last game of the round, Leeds versus City. Leeds, Boxing Day at home. Could be a bit of an atmosphere. City had some players that didn't do great at the World Cup, I'm going to say. Obviously, they got young Alvarez or whatever who won the World Cup with Argentina.
Yep. KDB.
Their
best player.
Had a shocker at the World Cup.
Yep.
Belgium had a shocker. They had infighting and whatnot, I'm pretty sure.
Ranked world number 2 before
that was
the
their
World
golden
Cup.
generation. It's
What
now
the
wasted.
fuck?
That golden generation is over.
It's gone.
It's finished. Yeah. And they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing with it. They got to second. They had a man in charge who was dogfighting for relegation his entire 10-year Premier League career, Roberto Martinez, just dwindle that side into nothing. KDB feeding no one. Lukaku kicking it into Rosed.
They had the starting Tottenham centre-back pairing that we had in 2017.
Yeah.
They're still going. Vertonghen and Alderweireld.
That's it.
They're not even good enough for Premier League and they're starting in the team.
Yeah.
Is it world number 2?
Yeah. They're not anymore, I don't think.
They'll retire both of them, surely.
Yeah, surely. they had Rodrigo, Spain, got knocked out early, didn't do too well. Look, they've had a few players that didn't have a crash hot World Cup, so it'd be interesting to see what effect that has on their team.
True. Edison didn't even get a minute,
Edison didn't start. No, it was all Allison.
Yep. Come on, Leeds.
Fuck it. I reckon it'll be a good game. Surely Pep won't let that affect their morale or their spirit or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm going on a limb. I'm going to say 2-2. I reckon that's going to be the game of the round. Leeds City.
City lost their last game before the break. Went down 2-1 to Brentford. Remember that Tony 90th minute goal?
Oh yes.
So come
that's
on,
right.
Leeds plus.
Can do something. And that's all the fixtures for this round. Excited to be back in the den with you, Beef.
Oh yeah,
it's been
great to be back here.
I think that we will probably be back in the new year. What do you reckon? Mm-hmm. I know we've had a bit of a holiday, but it's a busy time of the year. There's a lot going on with us. I've just recently got married. Beef and Figos Nudo have 2 little average Aussies on the way too. So there's a lot going on. There's renovations. There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's mental in our lives at the moment.
You, mate.
It is.
So how many rounds until we see each other again? We've got this one that we just discussed. Then we've got
one on New Year's.
And then we'll come back.
I think we'll be back. We should be back for one in between there to have a little chat about it. We got hopefully a lot of things planned in the new year for the average Aussies. What do you reckon?
Bloody oath.
Maybe a bit of a spruce up of the den. We might try and get some merch happening. See how we go with that.
We might take things on the road. Why not?
Who knows?
Go to places with our camera.
Could be coming to a pub near you.
More guest questions, more guest appearances.
Yeah, more followers, more subs. It's all going to be happening. We're also really thinking about trying to do a live stream at some point when we get all our stuff together, where we'll try and start live streaming some games. So you never know. Average Aussies could be coming to a Twitch near you soon. But yeah, Beef.
Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry Christmas to you.
Hats.
Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Happy and safe New Year. And thanks everyone for tuning in, for subscribing, for commenting.
2022 was the year the potty started.
Yeah, 6 months of the average Aussies we've had so far, and it's been absolutely cracking. I can't thank you guys enough because we couldn't do it without yous. And
good luck to your team. Hopefully you come back strong.
Yep. And hopefully Arsenal will still be on top of the table when I see you next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Fantasy League. Don't forget, restart of the season, 100 subs. Sub to the channel, please, if you're watching. We love yous all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you in the next one. Stay average.
Stay average. Bye-bye.
Christmas,